Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from Group 6. We are going to present our results about implementation of security policy in application. Before we are going to present it, let us introduce ourselves. My name is Ardi van Sejati.
My name is Gloria Septryana.
My name is Kori Sasi Wasilah.
Okay. Now, after this is our table content. So the first is the background problems, where we talk about what is the problem for the implementation in security of an application. And the second is what is security. And the third is policy mechanism. The fourth is application. The fifth is the importance of security for an application. And the last thing is implementation of security policy in application.
And now I'm going to explain about the background problems of our project. The technological developments are inspiring people to come not only with good ideas but also bad new ways of how to pass security policies by using any robot or artificial intelligence or AI to create new accounts or process any transaction. People who work in IT security want to put some kind of barrier between computers and humans, which both were good at. But it's easy for humans to solve it, but not for computers, which is character recognition or CAPTCHA, and input personal data. Besides that, users also need some security in their data. That's why database and data warehouse are used as a data storage engine to save all the information of customers or users from the applications. The security in the database is really needed and important. One of them is to prevent any change in the personal data of customers, which can lead to another problem for the customers.
And now I want to explain about security in our project. As computers become more widespread, security becomes more than a matter of safeguarding data and protecting its validity, as well as maintaining confidentiality. Modern computer security includes business continuity consideration. Computer and network security are built on the three pillars, commonly referred to by the acronym CEA. C is confidentiality. Data is confidentiality. It remains unknown to everyone except those authorized to use it. E, integrity. Data has integrity as long as it remains essential to its state when the less authorized user resolved it. And A, availability. Data is available when accessible to authorized user in a convenient format and within a reasonable time.
Next, I'm going to explain about the policy mechanism in our project. A policy mechanism is a method to implement any rules and rights on a system to the users. In order to implement policy mechanisms, there are some fundamentals that policy mechanisms must be based on, which is the least privilege principle, second is separation of privilege, and the last one is accountability. So the first one is least privilege principle. One of the most dangerous actions is when an organization gives full access rights to each person as a default. Of course, it looks easy for everyone, especially for customers and users. However, it is also easy for someone to get all the sensitive information from other users. When designing the system, developers have to make sure the concept of enforcing the minimal level of user rights, or lowest clearance level that allows the users to perform their role. And the second one is separation of privilege. This privilege is based on the first privilege, which is least privilege principle, and using permissions that is different for every type of privilege operation. Separation of privilege has a purpose to make sure one takes full control of activity from start to the end, and more people should be included to control the activity. For example, anyone who is allowed to make a transactions can manipulate any sensitive data from another users for personal needs or any bad ideas. And the last and the third fundamentals of policy mechanism is accountability. Accountability is used to monitor data configurations, secure log from unauthorized access, and data conversion. Logs of the system obtained during monitoring can be used to four functions. The first one is identifying unusual activities. The second one is documents that are used for the menu possible actions, for the next possible actions. And the third one is to determine improper actions in the future. And the last one is to ensure that existing users are protected by a security policy.
Next, application. Applications are programmed to run through a specific operating system so that they can carry out various commands or text given by the user. A good application has certain criteria as follows. First, can run on various operating systems. Second, able to help users according to their functions. Third, can operate properly without significant obstacles. And last, easy to operate so it doesn't confuse user. In the modern area, application provide many benefits for both a creator and user. The following are some of the functions of the application. Is to simply works as an entertainment media, to get update for the new, for a friendship or a communication media, and make life easier. Example security application is antivirus. Antivirus is a special application that is used as a protection against virus or malware threats. Example of a popular antivirus include Smadaf, Avira, Aves, and Norton antivirus.
Next is about the importance of security for an application. The importance of security for an application is to secure and protect the personal data and information of customers from unauthorized access. Information security is intended to achieve confidentiality, integrity, and availability, or CIA, of information resources within a company, which has been explained in security page. And now, beside the three targets that we have talked before, there are some reasons why we should pay attention to the security of the applications that will affect the company. So there are three of them, and the first one is security of sensitive data and information. So the explanation is weak information security can lead to various types of attacks from hackers. Data breach allow hackers to gain unauthorized access to the system so that they can steal, copy, or change important data on it. So, of course, it will bring a lot of harm to both the company or the customers itself. By implementing security and policy mechanism and procedures according to standards, sensitive data will be better processed and will be better protected. And the second one is maintain a good reputation. The company will get a good reputation when they are able to give some excellent services. Good quality product also ensure customers' information safety. Reputation is built over the years, so the company should be able to give a good impressions to the customers and make the customers feel safe and comfortable with the security services that the company has and provided. And the last one reasons for the company that will affect the company is avoid lawsuit. Data breaches or loss of sensitive information experiences by customers are serious problems that can cause a lot of losses. Not just the company having a lot of losses, the company will also lose trust from the customers and users of their application. With the good security that is needed for the application developer can reduce possible losses that will maybe happen in the future.
Okay, now we are going to talk about CAPTCHA. So, CAPTCHA is a tools that can differentiate between real users and automated users. So, for example, like bots. So, CAPTCHA, CAPTCHA can CAPTCHA has three kinds. So, the first is the text, which is like a scratch letter, and the second is image, so we can click about the area, and the third is the CAPTCHA is audio. So CAPTCHA is basically in everywhere. Like example, like games. So before we're playing games, we need to fill CAPTCHA, or for example, like Discord. So after we log in email, we need to sign about CAPTCHA first. Okay. Next is database. So database is a systematic collection of data that support electronic storage and manipulation data. So basically, database are using everywhere, like around the world, because it's important tools. So the benefit is we can review data, analyze data, so determining the step and data management easy. So this is basically a database. Now the form of database. So the first is hierarchical database. So the hierarchical database represents data like three forms. The relationship between records is one to many. That means that only one parent can have many child nodes. Okay. The next is distributed database. So distributed database consists of two or more files located in different sites, either on the same network or different network. So the portion of database stored in the multiple physical location and processing distributed among multiple database nodes. So the last is relational database. So the relational database is type of database that stores and provides access to data points that are related to one another. So relational database are based on the relational model, intuitive, straightforward way of representing data in tables. In the relational database, each row tables records in a unique ID.
The next is data warehouse. Data warehousing is a process for collecting and managing data from a various sources to provide a meaningful business insight. A data warehouse is typically used to connect and analyze business data from heterogeneous sources. The data warehouse is the core of the BI system, which is built for data analysis and reporting. Next, security in multi-level database. The main goals in database development is to enable multi-level users to access data. Accessing this data is not a problem if all users only read the data and they do not interfere with others. But when many users access the same database and one of them makes change to the data, it will cause inconsistency of data. The following of kind of security on multi-level database as follows. First, table view. The purpose view is for making it easier to write queries, confidential data, and to speed up the process of displaying data. The second, concurrency. Concurrency control is the process of managing data so that it can produce consistent data. Third, log mechanism. Log in the database can be activate to record event to be recorded so that when a system fail occurs, the log is the goal. Next, access control. Without access control, the possibility of something, including data, can be stolen. Database partitioning. The main purpose of partitioning: first, speed up queries; second, simply administration; and last, partitioning is also often used to be backed up; and last, polyinstantiation, the development of a detailed version of an object from another object using a different value on the new object.
So lastly, we are going to explain about the conclusions and suggestions that we got from this project. So the conclusion is, as long as we made this project, the conclusion that we made are security policies is an important system when we are making an applications. Security policies not just secure the application from virus and hack, but also to secure the applications from bots that maybe will bring some malicious website and change for the applications that will lead to the bad ways from other bad persons like hackers and else. In order to make applications data source, we need some implementation on the application. For example, CAPTCHA and database and data warehouse. So the first one is CAPTCHA. CAPTCHA is used to identify and differentiate real users or human and automated users or bots or any robots. CAPTCHAs provide challenges that are difficult for computers to resolve it to perform, but easy for humans to solve it. There are three types of CAPTCHAs that we got from this project, which are text-based CAPTCHA and image CAPTCHA, and the last one is audio CAPTCHA. And besides CAPTCHA, we also need database to store the application's data, such as users' private informations. As the application developer, we need to make sure that our database is secure by only giving access to people who can control and need the information. If the application's developer give access to all the people, it will cause a lot of damage to the application or even users or even the company that make the applications. And the next one is suggestions that we got for this project. So if we want to make an applications, either it is on website or on a gadget, we as the applications developer should make sure that there are policy mechanisms that we apply on our applications. We should secure our applications from any false informations or malicious website that maybe suddenly appear in the applications by the hacker or from any other source. By using some of the implementation written above, it will help to protect the applications from any unauthorized users or access to change or update the data information in application. So that's all from us. That's all the explanation from us about the implementations of security policy mechanism in applications. Thank you for all attention. Thank you.